Today we're going to be honoring the life of Maya Angelou, who was crowned Queen of Aries by you all in the Cosmic Cousins community for her ability to embody soulful wisdom while connecting the collective to their innate birthrights. This is high vibe, soul-centered Aries. And we can feel into this by looking at her poem that's called On the Pulse of Morning, which I made a slideshow presentation for you. So I'm going to play that at the end of this video. But already with the title, On the Pulse of Morning, we're able to feel into the Aries themes of sunrise, new beginnings, and the beginning of time. The sign that comes before Aries is Pisces, which is about sleep time. So when you're sleeping and dreaming, this is Pisces. And so as we come into Aries, we wake up in the morning, we're engaging with Aries, we're at the beginning of a new cycle, it's new beginnings, and we feel that in this poem. Also, honoring the ancient wisdom of nature, honoring the ancient wisdom of indigenous cultures. This is something that is true throughout the entire poem, and we can feel this with the soul growth card for Aries, which is the Emperor, which is about being grounded in your birthrights. And so what I mean by that is not just acknowledging that you as an individual have rights, but acknowledging that this planet that we live on has its own identity, has its own personality. And indigenous cultures will reflect this in their teachings. You'll hear her say this when she says, I am the rock, I the river, I the tree, I am yours. She's actually speaking from the perspective of Earth, as Earth has its own unique identity. And so this is important for Aries to understand, and for all of us when we're engaging with Aries energy, that it's not us as an individual that's manifesting or creating anything. It's a co-collaboration of all the elements, earth, fire, water, air coming together. So we feel that in this poem. Acknowledgement of our brutal and violent past is something that we'll look at in this poem. And Aries and its ruling planet Mars are connected to war and violence. And so the soul-centered Aries attribute is to honor our brutal past so that we can move forward, cardinal fire. Honoring the vast diversity of identities within our universal family. Aries is about the individual, is about the identity, but as Aries evolves through its polar sign of Libra, we start to understand and learn the importance of the other. And so we'll always have the opportunity to feel that on the Libra full moon of that polarity. Libra, the sunset, Aries, the sunrise. It's bringing it into this perfect balance. So honoring all identities. If you want to learn more about it, I wrote this book on Aries last year, and in it I talk about this poem and go more deeply into soul-centered Aries. But for now, let's go ahead and tune into this poem. Let me know how it connects you to Aries. Comment your thoughts below. And here's the poem On the Pulse of Morning by Queen of Aries, Maya Angelou.
A rock, a river, a tree, hosts to species long since departed, marked the mastodon, the dinosaur, who left dry tokens of their sojourn here on our planet floor. Any broad alarm of their hastening doom is lost in the gloom of dust and ages. But today, the rock cries out to us, clearly, forcefully, come, you may stand upon my back and face your distant destiny, but seek no haven in my shadow. I will give you no hiding place down here. You, created only a little lower than the angels, have crouched too long in the bruising darkness, have lain too long face down in ignorance, your mouths spilling words armed for slaughter. The rock cries out to us today, you may stand upon me, but do not hide your face. Across the wall of the world, a river sings a beautiful song. It says, come, rest here by my side. Each of you, a bordered country, delicate and strangely made, proud, yet thrusting perpetually under siege. Your armed struggles for profit have left collars of waste upon my shore, currents of debris upon my breast. Yet today I call you to my riverside, if you will study war no more. Come, clad in peace, and I will sing the songs the Creator gave to me when I and the tree and the rock were one. Before cynicism was a bloody sear across your brow, and when you yet knew, you still knew nothing. The river sang and sings on. There is a true yearning to respond to the singing river and the wise rock. So say the Asian, the Hispanic, the Jew, the African, the Native American, the Sioux, the Catholic, the Muslim, the French, the Greek, the Irish, the rabbi, the priest, the sheik, the gay, the straight, the preacher, the privileged, the homeless, the teacher. They all hear the speaking of the tree. They hear the first and last of every tree speak to humankind today. Come to me, here beside the river. Plant yourself beside the river. Each of you, descendant of some passed-on traveler, has been paid for. You who gave me my first name, you Pawnee, Apache, Seneca, you Cherokee Nation, who rested with me, then forced on bloody feet, left me to the employment of other seekers, desperate for gain, starving for gold. You, the Turk, the Arab, the Swede, the German, the Eskimo, the Scot, you, the Ashanti, the Yoruba, the Kru, bought, sold, stolen, arriving on a nightmare, praying for a dream. Here, root yourselves beside me. I am that tree planted by the river which will not be moved. I, the rock, I, the river, I, the tree, I am yours. Your passages have been paid. Lift up your faces. You have a piercing need for this bright morning dawning for you. History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again. Lift up your eyes upon this day breaking for you. Give birth again to the dream. Women, children, men, take it into the palms of your hands. Mold it into the shape of your most private need. Sculpt it into the image of your most public self. Lift up your hearts. Each new hour holds new chances for new beginnings. Do not be wedded forever to fear, yoked eternally to brutishness. The horizon leans forward, offering you space to place new steps of change. Here, on the pulse of this fine day, you may have the courage to look up and out and upon me, the rock, the river, the tree, your country. No less to Midas than the mendicant, no less to you now than the mastodon then. Here, on the pulse of this new day, you may have the grace to look up and out and into your sister's eyes and into your brother's face, your country, and say simply, very simply, with hope, good morning.